Hello there guys, and welcome to my review of the 2019 CollectA Allosaurus. So I'm just going to get the first thing out of the way, which is the reason I bought this. It's like after, probably 10 days of faffing around, I just ended up getting this thing after a talk with Scaly Studios because I need a replacement Neovinator for my upcoming DI series. And yes, I hear you typing. I will point out we have this much of the skull. So just because the head doesn't look like that of Conchovenator, it doesn't matter because that's an inference, and Neovinator is much more basal than Conchovenator. But anyway, spiel out of the way. I think this figure's actually pretty good. Like, yes, it is green with red crests, which is kind of a boring staple of Allosaurus, but they've done it in a really good way. Like, because this is Allosaurus jamadsoni, it's got a longer head, and so they've given it these sort of extensions of keratin from the brow horns, which I think is pretty good. And it's got these nice subtle patches of lighter color across the body, which is also nice. They appear to have given it lips. Yeah, I think that's right. And I don't mind the spikes running down the back because they are consistent. And also with a lot of collectors' newer figures, you can kind of think of them as, I don't know, quills or something. I appreciate the sporadic feature scales. They're not egregious, they're not super obvious, and there's not a lot of them, which is quite nice. Pose is pretty good, and despite the fact that this one has warped legs, it stands by itself, which is nice, and the feet aren't too oversized, which is also nice to see. I do have a couple of negatives though. First thing is the feet are slightly warped. I think the legs are supposed to be spread like this because of the pose that it's in. Well, you could argue it's a bit of an attacking pose. Yeah. This is one of the slightly egregious things about it, which is the European certification logo being in between the arms, because this thing's torso is so narrow, which I'm pretty sure is accurate, but they could have put it somewhere else. Granted, it's not uber thick, so I don't mind it that much. I certainly don't mind it as much as Spino Dude. There's the odd tiny bit of paint bleeding here and there, so on the rectus on this side there's a bit of green on it, and the paint from the body to the spikes isn't 100%, but there's no blue-grey on the toes or fingers, and no green on the claws, which is pretty good, and the crests are also quite well done. Yeah. There's also basically no paint bleeding on the teeth as well. Yeah. There are a couple of things, like the, I think the promotional images kind of showed that the claws were black, but these are more of a dark bluish grey, which I kind of appreciate. And I'm not 100% sure on why the fingers are spread like this on this hand, because I'm pretty sure that the second finger should be further out, like that. This is something that came out with their Neovenator scenting prey as well. I don't really have anything more to say about it, so we'll get on to some size comparisons. We've got the constant of the Papodimetrodon, the Safari Baby Allosaurus, which will also be playing Neovenator, a couple of Morrison's Sauropod minis. We've got Brachiosaurus and the Brontosaurus, CollectA Stegosaurus Corpse, the 2020 Megalosaurus, which actually kind of shows that these two are actually in scale, which is a bit weird because this feels really small, but this is a 10-meter long Allosaurus. And then we've got the CollectA Allosaurus. Yeah, this thing is almost exactly the same size as the Neovenator scenting prey. It's about 17.5 centimeters long, although I think if you stretched it out, it would be a little bit longer. So, I'm not actually sure what I'm going to rate this. It has very few things that I don't like about it. So I think I'm actually going to give it a 4.9. Yeah, 4.9 out of 5. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't comment about the genus choice, and I'll see you next time.